Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I am a certified weight loss and nutrition coach. And today we're going to talk about 10 realistic ways to eat less processed food. I get messages all the time about, I really want to eat less processed foods, but I don't know how to go about starting it or how to consistently eat less processed foods. So today I'm going to share with you 10 very simple, easy ways to reduce the amount of processed foods that you're eating. So if you're excited for today's video, give it a big, huge thumbs up. It really helps out my channel and of course just lets me know what type of videos to keep putting out for you. And if you're new or you haven't yet subscribed, click that little subscribe button and ring the bell right next to it so you never miss a single video. Check out the description box down below for nutrition coaching. I offer personalized to you macros and calories. Highly recommend. I can't stress enough how important it is to know what you should be eating every day to reach your goals. If you want to talk with me directly, I'd love to chat with you on a one-on-one coaching session as well. Links, discounts to all my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's go ahead and jump into 10 realistic ways to eat less processed foods. First, let's define what is a processed food. So a processed food is defined as any food that has been canned, cooked, frozen, pasteurized, or comes in a package. Now you can enjoy a lot of different processed foods that are healthy for you. Things like frozen fruits, canned vegetables, and dairy. However, some processed foods are loaded with salt, sugar, terrible ingredients, natural and artificial flavors, which if you didn't know, natural flavors are artificial flavors, or a lot of ingredients that you want to reduce the amount that you're consuming every day, every week, or every month. One of the first things I recommend to my clients when they're asking me why they're not losing weight or how they can lose weight more effectively and healthily is my first suggestion would be to cut out a lot of the processed foods that you're eating. Now you don't have to remove them completely because no food is bad or good. Nothing should be eliminated or restricted. You can just cut down on the amount that you're consuming. So today I want to share with you 10 realistic tips to help do just that. Tip number 1 is make sure that you have healthy snacks on hand. Now, the reason that we gravitate towards processed foods like chips or cookies or crackers is because they're convenient. We open a pantry or a cupboard, we grab a box, we sit down, we enjoy. A lot of the healthier options can be a little less convenient. Things like vegetables that have to be chopped up or fruits that need to be taken off of stems or cut up or washed or prepared. It just makes it a little less convenient. So we automatically reach for, as human beings, what's convenient. So in order to help you eat less processed food, just make sure those healthy things are convenient. Pre-cut up vegetables, pre-wash and prepare your fruits. Have healthy cheeses cut up in your refrigerator. Have meat on hand that you can easily grab and snack on. That's a surefire way to make sure that next time you're snacky, that you're reaching for a healthier option. Tip number 2 is swap refined grains for unrefined grains. What this basically means is swap out the white or even the whole wheat bread, as it states on the package, for breads that are healthier for you, that are filled with whole grains. Things like Ezekiel bread or whole grain bread that's unprocessed. This also goes for things like rices, pasta, and tortillas. Make sure you're checking the ingredient label and what you're choosing is as least processed as you can get it and is full of whole grains rather than processed refined grains. Tip number 3 is get creative in your kitchen. Some of your favorite processed foods can easily be created at home and in a much healthier whole food version. If you're a chip lover, try making homemade potato chips or even veggie chips. Slice up any potato, white, red, russet, or sweet very thinly and toss it into your oven or air fryer. Season it with a little olive oil or avocado oil and some salt, and you have a healthy homemade potato chip. You can do the same thing with vegetables. Some of my favorites are carrots, zucchini, and turnips. You just pop them in your air fryer oven with a little salt and pepper and olive oil, and you have a crunchy, healthy snack. You can also prepare chia pudding at home, make homemade granola, homemade fruit leather. If you're someone that has a dehydrator, you can dehydrate whole fruit and not add any sugar to it and still have a dehydrated, crunchy, dried, fruity snack. And lastly, you can recreate your favorite restaurant meals at home. You control the ingredients that go into those dishes, and you can make them as good, if not better, than the restaurant in a much healthier version. Tip number 4 is drink more water, and I live by this tip. In fact, I have my water sitting right here. I drink a gallon of water every single day. Well, most days. There are very few days that I do not get in my gallon of water. By drinking a gallon of water or having a water goal, whatever that works for you, you're going to gravitate towards water more than you are to things like sugary drinks, teas, sports drinks, sodas, etc. Now, if you can't just drink water all day, that's completely fine. You can have good things like sparkling waters or tonics. Some of my favorites are Spindrift and Ora Bora. Those are really good, natural, clean, sparkling waters. What you want to stay away from are sparkling waters that contain natural flavors, because remember, natural flavors are artificial flavors. I do have an entire video all about natural flavors. I'll make sure that I link it down below for you. Just make sure that the majority of what you're drinking in a day is clean, crisp, delicious water. Number 5 is try your hand at meal prepping. Now, I meal prep every single week. In fact, I share my meal prep on my weight loss channel. I'll make sure that's linked down below for you as well. But meal prepping is just an easy way to have convenient foods on hand. Remember, we talked all about convenience. It doesn't just go for snacks. It goes for meals as well. If you're in a hurry and you need a quick meal, you may not make the best option. But if you meal prep and you have a healthy meal on hand that you can easily grab and go, it makes us choose the healthier option. I meal prep a breakfast, a lunch, and a snack every single week. I do not meal prep my dinners just because I do like to change those up, but you can meal prep the components of your dinner. So if you know that you're having a sheet pan dinner that has sausage, veggies, and potatoes, go ahead and chop up your vegetables and your potatoes in advance. So when you come home from a busy day, you just toss them on a sheet pan and toss them in an oven. Make your life and your meals as convenient as possible. Tip number 6 is eat more vegetables. Now, we know when we go out to dinner, there may be vegetables in our meal, but let's be honest, there's not going to be a substantial amount of vegetables in a to-go meal or an out to dinner meal. So by creating your meals at home, you can really bulk them up with vegetables. And one of the really good things about vegetables is they're very low calorie, high density food. So you can have a lot of vegetables for a little amount of calories, and not to mention you're getting in a lot of fiber and nutrients and vitamins and minerals. So bulk up your meals with vegetables. It'll help you save on calories, but also help you feel full and satisfied, and you're getting in your veggies for the day. Tip number 7, and this is a really important tip, and this is to switch up your shopping routine. It's a lot harder to reach for processed foods if we don't have any in our home. Next time you go to the grocery store, do your best to fill your cart with minimally processed whole foods. Basically, what that means is focus your shopping trip on the perimeter of your grocery store. If you've never noticed, the perimeter is where all of the meats, the dairy, the cheeses, even the bakery items where the breads are. You can find some whole grain breads, your fruits and vegetables, those all fall in the perimeter of your grocery store. So focus your shopping trip there and limit the amount of times that you're going up and down those middle aisles, which is where all of the processed foods are. Tip number 8 is try some simple swaps. Try swapping some of those processed foods for some non-processed foods. Trade your sugary breakfast cereal in for a bowl of oatmeal with fresh fruit. Pop your own popcorn instead of having microwave popcorn. Although microwave popcorn is convenient, it's full of a lot of unhealthy oils, lots of salt, sodium, just unhealthy ingredients in general. So pop your own popcorn at home. Whip up a homemade vinaigrette or an olive oil based dressing to put on your salads rather than purchasing the processed salad dressings. One of my very favorite dressings, it's so simple to make, is balsamic vinegar, olive oil or avocado oil, a little bit of Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, and whisk that up. It is absolutely delicious, and it's full of whole real food. You can also make your own trail mix using nuts and dried fruits. Maybe you dehydrated some fruit at home. Go ahead and chop that up and throw it into a trail mix. You can eliminate putting in candies and coated chocolates and things that make it processed by making trail mix at home. And lastly, skip the croutons on your salad and top it with nuts or seeds. I love sunflower seeds on my salad. It adds a nice crunch, and it's a healthier alternative than a crouton. Tip number 9 is eat less processed meats. Now you're probably thinking, is meat processed? Do I purchase processed meats? What we mean by this is things like deli meats, especially those meats that come in the packages in the cheese and deli section of your grocery store. It also includes things like hot dogs, sausages, and things like bacon. I know, it's a sad day, but bacon is a processed food. You can swap these out for things like fresh chicken, fresh turkey, fish, and you can swap out those processed deli meats by making tuna fish salad or maybe egg salad or chicken salad using fresh chicken breast that you've cooked up and shredded up. They're very, very simple swaps, and honestly, it tastes a lot better than their processed counterpart. And tip number 10, probably one of the other most important tips of today's video, is to make changes slowly. Take baby steps. Don't tell yourself, I'm eliminating all processed foods today, because when we do that and when we overwhelm ourselves, we make it too hard and we're not going to stick with it. So it's better to make changes slowly. Maybe start by swapping your bread out for a whole grain bread, or maybe you stop buying bacon. You prepare a different meat in the morning for breakfast. Make small steps so you don't get overwhelmed, and so you'll stick with transitioning over to a more whole food diet from a processed food diet. And one last thing is make sure that you're not eliminating processed foods. It's absolutely healthy to have processed foods in moderation. It's part of a healthy diet. You just want to make sure that the majority of what you're eating, 80 to 90%, is whole food. That's nutrient dense, packed with fiber, minerals. Your body knows how to process whole foods much easier than it knows how to process processed foods. That's a tongue twister, but certainly don't eliminate them altogether. It's all about living a healthy, balanced lifestyle. So if you enjoyed today's video and you're excited to transition from more processed foods to more whole foods, give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new or you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you here. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell right next to it so you never miss a single video. Don't forget to check out the description box down below for nutrition coaching and links and discounts to all of my favorite healthy things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.